I am Dr. Raj Shekhar Brahmavat, commonly known as Raj Brahmavat. I am a consultant in a sexual medicine. We are from the country of Kamasutra, one who gave when the whole world was, in a darkness. He took them from darkness to light. And Vatsayana, in 300 AD, he gave world Kamasutra, and till today I have first presented paper on Kamasutra. And we have taken sex into all the aspects of our life. We have taken them in paintings, sculptures, our literature, dance, music, and even in the temples of Khajuraho, Konark, and other things. We should not look upon sex as a taboo. See, when we think of sex, we only think of penis and vagina relationship. And that's why the word which was there, sex education, we have thrown it away. We call it a sexuality education. Sex is just a physical act, while sexuality is a dimension of a personality. So it is not one person but the two people, two personalities, maybe sometimes two religions, two states, two countries. So all those things when they come together, that is known as a real sex, or we call it sambhoga. Right from the adolescent days, one has to see that at the right time it is not developing mustache, ears, or a manly voice and other things, or his testis has not been defended, or there is a small size of penis, they need to see a doctor. Now during that particular phase when they are growing up, it's the worst period of the life. So nobody tells them what is happening to them. There are physical changes in the body, mental changes, emotional changes, and sexual changes. Where to ask? So they ask their old friends who are there, or they go to the, nowadays Google is there, or maybe dirty jokes, or maybe pornography, and they get a wrong information. Now that information has created a lot of problems, so it affects their sexual health. They think that they are doing something which is wrong, which was a normal, for example, masturbation. Around the marriage age, that's another area. So if nowadays we see it's quite common to have premarital sex, but earlier days, and even till today in some of the communities or some of the parts in India, the girl is worried and the boy is also worried on the first time. Because they have sometimes never met. At the most they have talked to each other on the phone. So I remember a South Indian girl, she was telling me, I am a girl, how can I have a sex with somebody whom I don't know? She said, I can be volcano in the bed, but how can it happen that if I don't know, and even I would not like to have a cup of tea with such person? Then marriage, then the fertility part comes up. Again there are disturbances in their life which are their marital disharmony. And around the age of 35, 40, some of the changes which comes up like a diabetes, blood pressure, and depression. These are the three main causes, and which creates a health problem in them. Again, menopause or some cystectomy or some operation in the case of women, or in case of a male where there is a prostate problem. So at that age also problem is there. And in a late age, if one partner is there and another is not there, again it causes lot of disturbances. So sex is a very, very important part all throughout the life. And what we are discussing is a sexuality. It is a relationship, it is an intimacy, and if it is not there, it can create a organic as well as psychogenic problem. It's like asking somebody how many times, how many chapatis you should eat, or how many, but it all depends, that's what, there's nothing like a normal in this. It depends upon person to person, time to time. With the same partner, you may not feel like having sex for sometimes in a week or 10 days. And sometimes you are meeting a new partner or in a wonderful mood, or you are vacationing outside. You may try to have more than 2 times. Now there are so many people. They come and tell me and they boast that they have done so many times, And even the pornographic what they watch, that also shows them. Now it creates a problem. So there is nothing like a normal or abnormal. How many times? It's not that how many times, but how good you enjoy. And both of you, whether you are reaching an orgasm, he is also reaching an orgasm, both of you are feeling fine. Because generally, A male, there was a very nice sentence that he uses his wife as a sleeping pill. Moment he gets a desire, he gets a erection, he'll wake her up, enter, ejaculate. The moment he ejaculates, he has reached already a climax, but she's left dry. And that's why they start hating the sex. So it is not how many times, it all depends. But somebody had very nicely said that first 2 years of your marriage life, every time you have a sex, put one coin in a jar. And then after 2 years, take out one coin, and then you will see that at the end of your sex life, in the old age, you will see there are some coins left. It's like, you got a new car, so first day, whole week you are moving with a friend, showing around. Or new phone you got it, but then it is lying in which corner you don't know. So it is a novelty and how you enjoy it. So I would always say that never think that this is normal, this is abnormal. Same thing happens with the penis size. Now what is normal, what is abnormal, you tell them. You think of the people who are the African origin and think of the people who are Japanese or Chinese. So it varies. Now if you see 10 people around you tomorrow when you walk on the road, each one has got a different size of nose. So when we say the normal, it creates a lot of problems. So it depends upon you and your partner, depending upon what stage of your life, what is the atmosphere, and whether any one of them is suffering illness or is in menstruation, so just come out of delivery. All those things plays a very important part. See, first of all, it's a need, it's your desire, it's your libido. And moment a person has sex, his mentally he feels very happy. His self-esteem goes up. Second is intimacy increases. You can have, good immunity after that. You'll be surprised. So, third, it is like a physical exercise. Because if you have a good sex, it's going to mentally and physically. And that's why you see, there's a rise in blood pressure, little bit rising, pulse which settles down within 2 or 3 minutes. But this is very, very normal. So all the parts, I tell, so many times asking people, rather than morning running and exercise, do this exercise in the morning. And the other thing is, apart from this, it can give a good sleep. Then your stress is relieved. Some of the studies have shown, I do not have a proper answer, but prostatic cancers are less. Even the smell, is improved. So there are many benefits of this sex, right? And it can be the best valve to remove your skin. And that is very, very important part. And the intimacy. See, at older age, they may not be able to have a physical relationship. But the most important part is the touch. And so many times I say, people think that the sex organ is between 2 legs. No. It is between 2 ears. Yes. And the whole body is touch. And with touch you get a spark. Try to remember the first time if you are a heterosexual, touch the opposite sex and what happened to you. And if you feel that is still those things are there, that means you are still alive and still you are enjoying it. Reproductive, even the dogs and cats on the road, they are doing it. But during our olden days, it was a dharma. That is, you have to have your offspring. So that is the first part, art. Second art is recreation. And what happened in US and other countries, it became a just common thing, like just let's have a cup of tea. And somebody has said that after spending whole night, before putting on the button or wearing the front page, they ask, tell me what is your name. And then you saw what happened outside US and other things. And the last is the relationship. So the most important part, and to maintain that, I said it's not that at the age of 17, 18 you say I'll get a chocolate or I got this thing for you or I take you for a coffee. At the age of 80, you just hold your partner's hand. Why don't you come, darling, from here? There's a lot of, it's an uneven surface. That is called sex. And that's why the tips all throughout the life, as I said, you should be open about sexuality and discussing what is your sexual need. And I ask so many times in my workshop, if you ask your partner, he knows what you like in the morning, whether you like omelette, whether you like, boiled egg, whether you like toast, whether you like a black coffee, you like a green tea, You like only milk, you like, pav bhaji, or you want a pawa or upma. But what do you like in the sex? It's hardly known. So that's why most important part to have a healthy sex life is a communication. Talk to each other. What you need. And if you can oblige to your partner, please do it. So that will keep very, very healthy. Other things are nowadays what is happening, double income, no sex. People are in their meetings, goals, every Saturday, Sunday out. Sometimes they meet only at the airport. This is not a sex life. What are you doing this? Once upon a time you had nothing and you met each other in a garden or a college canteen and that was a wonderful time. But today, I should have this car, I should have a status, I should have this phone or maybe somewhere, farmhouse. All those things they are running. Most important part is in bedroom, how you talk to each other, how you touch each other. And bedroom, if you want to make a good sex, throw away all your electronic gadgets. Be with each other. Spend time. Listen to music. Even do the exercise in the morning, together. Go out for a short walk. Rather than having number of partners with your own partners, if you enjoy different things, every time, that will be much more better in the times of HIV. So this is what you have to do as far as sex is concerned. If two people are sitting together to eat, husband and wife, one will finish fast and one will be slow. But one must sit on the table till the other partner finishes. And that's why most important part is you must not be selfish, because the moment one of them reaches the orgasm, they stop thinking about the other partner. And that's why the word sambhog doesn't come up. Sambhog, both of these people should be there and enjoy it. And see that you make your partner also sexually happy. Otherwise, as I told you earlier, that man sees this from his angle, his erection, his ejaculation, and he feels happy. Now, these are the women that start hating themselves. And as the age advances, what they need is a good amount of foreplay, which is missed. And till the foreplay is not there, you will have less amount of lubrication, with the result there is a pain while having the sex, and she start avoiding, and which becomes much more common during the late age, because that time the lining inside the vagina becomes very thin, less amount of lubrication, suffering from diabetes or some operation has occurred. That adds to it. Because male whole self-esteem is in his family. So many a time they feel it is better to live with the problem than to admit that I have a sex problem. And for men it is the worst thing. If you ask two women, they talk about sex, mother and daughter talk, father and son, or even you are working in your office, you will never discuss it. Sex is the most beautiful thing which God has given us, and my only mission is to go and teach more and more doctors and create more and more Raj all around us, so that our suffering population which is there, if you see at night show or if you see the hoarding, their advertisement runs in lakhs of rupees. And these people should be given. And let me tell you, 1975 onwards, WHO has accepted sexual health is a very important health. I think we should start looking into it. And I'm very happy that wonderful work you people have done by men's health. All the best. Take care.